So thanks once again for dropping by the channel. If you like the content, if you're new to the channel, please hit subscribe, share the video if you thought it was useful, if you enjoyed it. Then let's get into this. So today I was watching one of Hatman's videos and he was discussing Frank Warren and Tyson Fury. Well, I wasn't necessarily discussing Frank Warren and Tyson Fury per se, but he was alluding to the fact that Frank Warren really has taken a backward seat in Tyson Fury's career ever since Fury signed that co-promotional deal with Bob Arum back, I think it was in February last year, was when Fury, announced that he was being co-promoted by Bob Arum, Top Rank, ESPN. So since then, we've really seen Frank Warren really take a backward seat in Tyson Fury's career, really almost an afterthought at this stage. You very seldom see Frank Warren with Tyson Fury. Contrast to, the end of 2018 when he was the guy walking Tyson Fury to the ring to face Deontay Wilder. He was the guy who helped Fury with the comeback. Essentially, he was the promoter Fury chose. He'd obviously worked with Frank Warren before, in the capacity when he was with Mick Hennessy, but he chose Frank Warren as the promoter over Eddie Hearn. And when you look at how the Warren Fury kind of relationship started when Fury had his comeback, he obviously had that comeback against Fury in Manchester. He had a fight against Pianetta on the undercard of Carl Frampton in Windsor Park. I was at that show. It was a fun night. It was a great night. And then obviously he culminated in a fight with Deontay Wilder. And, Fury, great account of himself in that fight, gained a lot of fans, gained a lot of exposure from that. So he was really riding, on his high horse after that. He was really, up, I don't want to say up on a pedestal per se with the British fans, but he definitely boosted his, appeal. Definitely did that. Then obviously Fury signs the co-promotional deal with Top Rank Bob Arum, and he's goes off, fights Tom Schwartz in the States. That was really a, Top Rank show. Not really much interference from, Frank Warren and that. Then he fights Otto Wallin. I don't think, obviously, Fury didn't plan on getting cut in that fight because there was talk of him potentially having a fight in the UK in December. This was prior to him, obviously getting the cut with Otto Wallin. Once he got the cut, that, pretty much fucked that. That was no chance of him fighting in the UK. Which is a shame in one sense because given the fact that Anthony Joshua lost, there was, a gap there that I think Fury could have filled. He might not be able to fill it, but I definitely think there was potential for him to take some of those Anthony Joshua fans and get them on the Fury train. Given the fact he didn't fight in the UK, he hasn't fought there since, he fought Safiri. If you think of it like this, the last time Fury fought in the UK was when he fought Sefer Safiri. When you think about it like that, that's the last time he actually fought in the UK. Was when he fought Sefer Safiri in Manchester. So, missed the chance on Fury getting the fight, back in the UK. And when I think about it, when you look at it like this, right, Fury, even if he hadn't have had that cut in the Otto Wallin fight, would Tyson Fury really have chose to go back to the UK, have a fight against, maybe an easy opponent like a Charles Martin, Gerald Washington, Robert Lenny, someone like that? Would he have really gone back to the UK and fought him when WWE come knocking and they're offering him millions to have a fake fight with Braun Strowman, in which he's going to be well paid, he's going to have massive exposure, and he's going to gain so many fans? And obviously, when you watch like the build-up, although the build-up wasn't great, Fury kind of looked a bit disinterested. Mentioned Wilder rematch, knockout. So building that rematch on WWE TV where millions of people are watching it, that would do, I still think that it would have done, that has done probably more for Tyson Fury than having a fight in the UK would have done. So I think retrospectively, whether Fury got the cut or not, he probably wouldn't have fought in the UK anyway. Alright, and when you look at the WWE kind of event, that was Fury and Bob Arum. So it was all Fury and Bob Arum. I even made a video where I think Frank Warren was alleged that he wasn't even told about it, until I think Fury wanted to be a surprise or something. But yeah, it was something like that. Like Frank Warren was only told like last minute or something like that. So Frank Warren really has taken a backward step, and it makes me kind of wonder, what is the long-term plan? Like obviously we know Fury has the Wilder fight February 22nd. Depending on the nature of that fight, depending on how either man wins, we may see a rematch this year potentially. But what happens then? If Fury will say comes through this fight, wins, and then wins the rematch, where would he go? Would he go back and fight in the UK with Frank Warren, or would he stay in the States with Bob Arum? He seems to be making some decent money in the States, seems to be happy enough in the States, obviously training with Sugar Hill, an American trainer. makes me kind of think, like, has Frank Warren brought Tyson Fury back only to be kind of told, you know what, let's take backward step, Frank. And at the end of the day, BT Sport, I don't want to say they're struggling, but they're definitely not as strong as I thought they would have been when Frank Warren did that deal. Alright, because some of the shows, they're much better than they were when they were on Box Nation. It's night and day. The fact that Box Nation are still charging a subscription is beyond me. Seriously, they're still charging a subscription. I don't even think they put any boxing on anymore. Like live boxing. I haven't seen a live fight advertised on Box Nation in God knows how long. So it's a lot better than it was when it was on Box Nation. But even still, you know, the Frank Warren cards aren't necessarily the strongest. And, you know, who does he really have in terms of world level fighters? You know, Billy Joe is gone. You know, Liam Smith was never really a massive name, but at least he got some decent fights like Canelo, like Munguia. You got those fights. You know, we don't see Canelo on BT Sport. BT Sport was Canelo. You know, we've seen him fight Liam Smith. We've seen pretty much all of Canelo's fights. We've seen the two Triple G fights on BT Sport. One side with his own. He's on Sky now. You know, Lomachenko, his last two fights been on Sky. So BT are kind of losing out in even fighters who aren't their own. The big name fighters who were originally fighting on BT now on Sky. So I think that the whole Fury situation has not helped BT. And as I said in a video last week, we hear Sky potentially looking a bid for the rights to show the Wilder Fury rematch. I mean, I don't think that's going to happen personally, but if it did, it's bad news. Bad news for BT Sport and Boxing. That's what I got to think. So, you know, those are my thoughts on this. So what do you think the long-term plan is with Fury? Is he going to keep himself? I don't know. Is it a three? No, it's not. Is it a 3-fight deal he has with Top Rank, or is it extended? I'm not 100% sure. Someone might let me know on that. But I think in the way I'm looking at it is Tyson Fury's future looks like it's with Top Rank. Doesn't look like it's in the UK with Queensbury. But I could be wrong. Let me know what you think down below. Where do you think Tyson Fury's future lays? And yeah, let me know your thoughts on just everything I talked about in this video. I hope you liked it. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe, of course, if you're new to the channel. Always love seeing new subscribers. Always nice to hear from them as well. So let me know what you think. Subscribe, of course, as I said, if you're new. And as always, I will talk to you after. I'm going to